Big cap, Don Marino, heavy sombrero. He lack knowledge, I bet he a scarecrow. Something deadly a Edo. If it ring, get low, rider, and he go
But we was never friends. Show up to Harlem looking for your crib. You better let me in. Masked up, gloves on. I work in medicine. Show up to deluxe apartment in disguise like the Jeffersons.
About to get shot with the cannon. I gotta do you, send a shot into you. This is Black Love, Brown Pride. Shaka Zulu meets Montezuma. It wouldn't be.
Hello. Welcome back to Speak Our Language Show, and I have a special guest. I call him Legendary Les from Legendary Les from Top Tier Podcast. How you doing?
Good, man. I'm finally on the show, man. I'm honored, bro. Thank you.
Nah, I just want to thank you for allowing me to be on your platform, promote my stuff, and also I consider you an OG. You know what I'm saying? Like you put me under the wing, coached me up a couple times when it came to the media stuff and when it came to just creating battle rap content. So just want to say you're a model of consistency and a model of just great media, as a great media outlet in this culture. So I appreciate you.
Absolutely, man. It means a lot. Proud of you, man. You doing your thing. You sticking to what you do best, breaking down bars, breaking down battles, getting to the meat and potatoes of things where other people are kind of scared to venture off into. It's kind of easy to be surface level and talk about the drama and stuff, but like for you to like really like kind of crack some codes and go beyond the surface is really dope, because you know that's kind of how I came up. So I'm glad to see that somebody else is carrying that on, man. So I'm honored, bro.
Yeah. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, as he just spoke about. Today's episode, I haven't really talked about this guy as much. I talked about him one time, and I said that he was a part of the best RBE battle of all time with Ill Will. I am talking about Calicoe. Today we're doing top 5 rounds from Calicoe. As I always do when it comes to stuff like this, I always let the guests set it off so they can set the tone. What do you have at number 5?
So number 5 is going to be something fairly recent, and it might go under the radar because it wasn't on a big stage and it was only one round, but the round was pretty fucking dope.
I know where you're going, and I might like it.
I'm going with Calicoe versus Fonz.
So nigga really got the shooting when I battle Young Ill, but the lifestyle we come from already prepared us. That's back when shit was real, when it was no happy days, where a nigga can actually die just from trying to rap clearer. I just don't think Fonz will really survive in that era. Hey, I'm doing 2 a days. I'm from Detroit, where you can't trust nobody. Bitch, we the Goonie gang. You can't feel comfortable everywhere, where you done actually seen niggas get blew away. I done seen niggas go the wrong way on mistake. What I'm trying to say is I'm trying to hit you and then fucked around and hit your mans in the head. He got led astray. I see nobody want to help. I see seeing. Next on this, being next to him on this stage even looked funny. But I gotta confess, I got a little respect for his pen. All money ain't good money. That's a lesson within. But all money is some money, and that's the lesson's revenge. Like Auntie.
I got that at number 5. The subject matter I thought was great. I love that, you know, because Fonz is kind of one of the newer faces, more recent faces of the Midwest movement. I love how he made some like very, if you know type of things. Like
back in the day references, yeah.
To O from Street Status, that got my mentor, the reason I'm doing media him, talking about like even like some of his people that worked under O and just how he tied that in. And one of my favorite line, the lessons revenge line.
All money ain't good money. That's a lesson within, but all money is money. That's the lessons revenge. Crazy.
So crazy that when he came on the show and I interviewed him, I was like, is that from like and it sounded like I was gassing him, but I really thought so. I had to look it up. Like, is that from like a poem or something you read? It sounded very poetic if you just read it on paper, right? So he was like, nah, it was something I was like, that's amazing writing. And so that was excellent, and Fonz did good too. So it kind of when the opponent does good, kind of heightens the round to me. You know what I'm saying? And so I took that to a factor. I took that to a factor that he won the crowd over while being on the road in Cleveland. I've been to the Captivate building in Cleveland. I've seen Fonz make big stars like Ill Will look like it was a true road game. So for Cal to win that crowd and Ill Will kind of didn't really win it over, that spoke volumes to me on his star power, his projection, delivery, and the content was there, and he wrote for Fonz, which is something you don't normally see sometimes from these big stars. So that's number 5, man. I know it's recent, but I couldn't find 5 better.
I'm not mad at that, man. I'm not mad at that. That's a great way to open it. I'm going back in the day. I think it's actually 10 years removed on the dot or around. I got Calicoe's first versus Rex. Summer Madness 3.
The same niggas he gonna get killed with. Knock the Legos out of every nigga he build with. I put something hot in every nigga he chill with. Play your cards right, I'm at every nigga he deal with. Let the Mac barbecue every nigga See, I've been told Randy to meet me with the Glocks. See, y'all think he a street nigga so he can meet me on the block. Already killed Shine after Rex Mook should be meet me at the top. They say the venues be packed, man. That's why I'm eating all the dots. I told Rex, let's just let bygones be bygones. No, we got into it. So we just let bygones be bygones, which means we at war. So I just bygones and bygones. They going both ways. I'm letting my guns be bygones.
I think the thing about it is like I think this will go under the radar just because the overall battle wasn't good, right?
Yeah.
This was around that. This was like the in my opinion, this was like the peak of him versus Dot Mob or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He never really got to Mook. They ended up becoming friends, whatever. But
yeah,
battling Shine like in 2011 and battling Rex on SM, which was a huge deal then, right? As the main event, if I'm not mistaken, for SM3, whatever, was a huge deal. He came out the gate swinging. Like, I thought his first was incredible. The Pac-Man line, call me Pac-Man because I'm just gonna keep eating up all the dots. You know what I'm saying? Because he was knocking out everybody on outside of Lux. We know what happened with that, but on the East Coast, and also was just killing like what he did against Shine, what he did against other people. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was firing on all cylinders. And this round, along with another round I'm gonna talk about later on in the episode, kind of garnered him being one of those high-profile names that we think of when it comes to Summer Madness, because he has performances like this versus Matt, performances like this versus Rock, performances like this. You know what I'm saying? Even a lackluster battle with Briz, like you could argue, he still won that battle too.
Yeah.
Performances against Averb. I just thought that this really, really put a light on him as like a perennial name that we need for Summer Madness. So I have his first round versus Rex at number 5.
I ain't mad. Now I can I can already just say I don't have that in my 5.
Yeah.
I thought about it, but I guess my only caveat was that I guess when I look back at that battle, the only thing I can take away is just I was shocked at how like kind of friendly they were during this stage of that
right
battle.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
and like they're cracking jokes like I predicted that, or you ain't predict this, or laughing like I should have, and I was just like, so it was an underwhelming overall battle. Then you guys are kind of friendly with it
by the second or third round.
So it kind of reminded me of like Hollow and Hitman to a degree. Not as bad, but just it's like you can tell there wasn't real venom there. So but I ain't mad at it though. I had like the first round was pretty solid though, so I can't knock it.
What you got at number 4?
Oh man, what do I got at number 4? Let's see here. Oh, at number 4, it's another one that's like, it's a whole different, like, one was serious and this one was playful, man. It was the third round versus Old Red.
Oh my, yo.
I love the way you told Shine you ride with your shit on your lap. He thought he was gonna fuck, but the furthest I go is giving him that. I said, damn, bitch. Ain't he the one that got you to the house? She said it was dark in the club. We got here, I seen his mouth. Then he said some bitch shit. Y'all battle rappers are so disrespectful to women. Swear to God. Don't let this happen. I mean, sometimes you do shit you just regret. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry for letting this shit happen. You know, all on that other stuff. I said, fuck it, I'm gonna go talk to the bitch, she crying. He stopped me and said, Cal, you've done enough.
It gotta be in there. It was so memorable.
We might as well go together because we got the same one. I have that at number 4 too. I do.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Be in the 5.
It gotta be in the 5. I didn't know we were gonna have it at the same spot. People be thinking that I'd be like talking to my people when I make this is completely organic. I have it at number 4 too.
No, I'll go on record. I haven't talked to Lang about the list at all, except for he was just like, you got your list in order. Moments as we just hit play. So this was all just me. Yeah, I mean, but I think that's I think it would be kind of silly not to have this in anyone's top 5 when we talk about his rounds, because it was so memorable. I think I remember Conceited was like on Vlad TV or something.
Confirming the story.
Confirming the stories that, you know, he and what was it, Hitman Holla alluded to it as well. So it gives it even more punch. And what I like about it more so, because, you know, I'm from Detroit, is I miss that Cal. Like, I still miss that Cal. Like, that Cal that was showing you the comedic side, because Michigan, historically, all of our legends got that comedic element, like whether local legends or mainstream legends. There's Marv, Quest, Clean, Ill Will, Mac Myron. You know, JC is more witty, funny, but he's still funny at times. And Calicoe used to be that coming up. Like, the way he clowned Newborn and talked about Young Ill. So for him to get back in that bag in that battle and do it at such a high level on the road, because like the Midwest, we really never get home games, right?
In New Jersey, O-Red's a New Jersey native too.
So, and he won the crowd again, man. I just thought it was such a dope change of pace, because, you know, O-Red is just gonna bar heavy the whole battle.
Absolutely.
So you just kind of hit him with a curve pitch that he just did not probably see coming. So I just thought it was good. Like, that, to me, that counts as good writing too. Like, the approach, you know what I'm saying?
Well, the crazy part about it was he said he freestyled part of that though. Like, it was a part of that was like on the spot freestyle. So it's kind of crazy.
And you gotta believe him, because he used to freestyle. Like, he freestyled against Newborn in the third round. Like, the chimney on top of the dome, or whatever that line he said. He's good at that. Like, those the freestyle ability, the joking ability. I missed that part of Cal. He kind of just been more structured and giving you street stories, but that round is timeless. So that was number 4 for me easily.
I had a number 4 too, man. I mean, I can kind of echo the same sentiments. I was just impressed with how, because he told a story, because I think his dad confirmed the story too. It's like he had his 2 rounds or whatever, but then the third, he didn't know what direction to take or whatever to do. So he ended up like just talking about the situation or whatever, and he structured it pretty well too for that to be somewhat of a freestyle. The storytelling was just immaculate. You still hear battle rappers flip "You Done Enough" like 10 plus years later. You know what I'm saying? So that just shows you how timeless it is. It is. And I just think that this is probably one of the best storytelling rounds in general. Outside of it just being a great Calicoe round, it's a great storytelling round.
I agree with that. That's a great way to put it. And like, you even hear crowds now use it for like chants. If somebody's getting 30 and somebody's getting embarrassed, I hear people like, "You done enough, stop." Like, so it's pretty like legendary. It's going to be here forever, bro. So I definitely.
What do you have in number 3?
Number 3, we going back. You kind of alluded to it previously. I got Cal's first versus K-Shine.
From a hood where they say they'll put you in the water like a scuba nigga, you little scuba nigga, stop lying. Every nigga I came with strapped like they ready to rock climb. Y'all know when you say this, y'all gonna think I'm a wild guy, but don't he look just like that little nigga from How High? They ain't talking all this crazy shit and they slick raps. They ain't talking all this money shit like they get stacked like back in the back of the act. That shit whack. Why the fuck would I pack the Mac in the back of the act? In Detroit, we ride with it on that lap.
We got not the same one, but I have it too, but a little bit higher. But you can go ahead and break it down real quick.
I mean, and it's more like he's had, to me, like, better rounds. Like, I actually think his round versus Fonz was better from a technical standpoint like that, but it's about what it meant during that time.
Absolutely.
The East Coast versus the Midwest, and also what the stepping stone that battle, you know, led to. You know what I'm saying? Like, it led to when he did that, and that was Gnome 1, I believe.
Gnome 1, 2011. Right after that, had Math on Summer Madness.
Yeah, and so you get Math. I think you get Arsenal. Then you get Lux, I believe, in that succession. So that battle catapulted him to a whole different level. And this was going against a K-Shine that was looking like a phenom when the URL TV first started getting his wheels rolling, and to do that against him with Dot Mob, all in attendance, because back then NYB and Dot Mob, when they are like together on a stage, it can really deflate you. Like, it can really be a little intimidating. So for him to do that, I don't think it was the same round, but when he threw the shot at Mook and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that first round,
Crazy.
He flipping the Rex line, the Mac in the back of the act from Detroit.
We ran with it on our lap. Crazy.
And the crowd went crazy. Like that alone. So like, yeah, it's up there, not just for the material, but for what it meant to him and what it meant during that time. So yeah, it was like all encompassing. I had to put that a little higher on the list for me.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna talk about it a little bit more as the show go on, but yeah, great round. And to add more context to it, if I'm not mistaken, Shine was coming off of the Shotgun Shook performance before that, and I think Calicoe was coming off. I forget. I think that was the same card as Hitman and Arsenal that Shine went against Shotgun Shook. But nonetheless, Shine was very like on the verge of being very dangerous at the time. So that was kind of like a class versus class type situation. And yeah, Calicoe handled business in that round and in that battle in general. That was a good one. At number 3, I have something new too. And it's kind of funny because you talked about how you missed the old Cal and you feel like he's just more strategic and structured now. In my opinion, this is one of the more structured rounds he's ever had. Whether it's by accident or luck or whatever, I still think that it's just crazy. I have his first versus Chess. The reason why I have his first versus Chess is because this is what we mean when we say, like, when you have a perfectly executed counter round, it could mean a world of a difference for the rest of the battle.
With me at every event, and don't none of them niggas rap. But see, what Chess don't understand, the game that I'm playing, even if I make it to the other side, I still don't get none of my niggas back. I put 100 on the, hold on. They gave me Young Ill, and I was a kid as well. I ain't throw up on my first lick, I was a kid as well. I ain't throw up on my first hit, I was a kid as well. I ain't throw up on my first bitch. As a matter of fact, I told her to take the kids as well.
Like, I think that his first round after Chess did what he did or whatever, and then it was funny because I just recently rewatched it. He was just like, somebody in the background was like, yo, how did you know he was? I studied. I knew he was gonna throw up. Like, that was kind of being kind of funny, but like that was also him. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being very strategic. The whole chess scheme, even though I know the chess scheme's been done before, I think the way he aligned certain ideals and certain like street tales into it and the battle rap aspect into it made it even that much more fire.
I agree.
Like, you know, if they knighted you, even though I seen Chess take a L, and then the you know, smacks from Queen, so he can move any type of way. Just stuff like that is just
he wasn't
crazy.
scheming. Yeah, he wasn't scheming for the sake of scheming. Like,
right.
It
was all thematic. And then like I just love the sequence he has. Like, I didn't throw up when I was your age. I didn't throw up when I was battling ill. I didn't throw up when I was in the streets doing this. I didn't throw up when I was on stage versus Lux at the age of 20 or something like that. So just the parallel that he has between himself and Chess at that age was just crazy. Great. I just thought that the structure of that round was just immaculate. And Calicoe, you know what I'm saying, in Atlanta, that's where he's from, that's where he lives now. So the crowd was rocking with him or whatever. Extremely poised. One of my favorite rounds from him from a strategic standpoint and just from a material standpoint, because I don't think there's that many people that could have executed it the way he did. So that's what I have at number 3. Did you have anything to say about that round?
Yeah, no, like I considered it and I listened, because I would listen to, when you first hit me up, I was like, all right, let me go through the ones I know he was like at a really good level at, and that battle obviously was one of them. I guess the only reason I was like, but like, and I guess it was probably a little bit, I'll take the blame for it, because I said it earlier about somebody being good kind of enhancing how good his round was, and Chess was so like lackluster that maybe I didn't appreciate his round as much until like you starting to, I remember the chess scheme, but like there was things outside of that sequence there that really stood out to me, you know, now that I think about it. So at first when you first said, I'm like, really, you got it high, but then when you broke it down and I kind of like separate how Chess performed and just focus on his material, it's definitely up there. I would probably have it in my top, like, if we expanded to like top 7, it would probably be in there. So I ain't mad at that.
Cool. Now we are at the runner up. What do you have at number 2?
This don't really need no introduction, but Cal versus Ill Will, his second round. That second round was crazy to me.
The leagues, they allow that. This DE, good with no safety, nigga, Miles Jack. I seen him coming for me, not knowing he the wanted man. So watch me drop back in coverage, he thinking I'm running man. Nowadays, I get a light 20, these niggas get the bitching, but I don't remember taking no food out y'all kitchen. Hey, I don't remember coming in between none of y'all missions. What part of the game is that? I'm starting to think these niggas glitching. Chopper leaving stroke missing. I'm in this crib like, hold on. Oh, the distance. I ain't speaking on verb here, but I brought extensions. I don't even like lame niggas' names in my mentions. It's funny what they do for the fame and the attention. I spent my last month playing the game, blowing strings while he trained for the Olympics.
The tension, I mean, and this is maybe it's just me. Like all this other stuff matters, not just the material, the setting. Even though it was by accident, but sometimes that's how it happens. That's how classics happen. I think I may agree with you. It's probably the best battle on RBE's like their whole catalog. It's not too many that are close. You know what I'm saying? That round in particular, coming off of Will's first round, was crazy. And then, you know, Cal's first round was good too, but the second round, I feel like he hit a gear where he realized, oh, I gotta really engage. Like if you look at his first round to his second round, the way he pressed Will, the way he like got away from Will and started talking to ARP, blowing strings while he trained for the Olympics. Like all that whole that sequence when he got into that pocket. That pocket is classic.
You nothing like the Corvette. You nothing like Malnor X. You couldn't walk a mile on my doorstep. I'm a Vietnam War vet. I don't know none of you. I should charge you $50,000 for the format. And they get into the scuffle. That sequence, man.
That sequence is legendary. And I'm gonna be real. I almost put vaulted it at 1. It's so close from what I got at 1 in this one that I couldn't decipher. But it's so good, man. It's like it's everything you want to hear from Cal. It's pretty much like I guess I can just leave it there. It's everything you want to hear from Cal. Actually, if you ask me, what like give me a Cal round just to go to, so like a new person isn't familiar with him, I would probably pick that one because the setting makes it easier to digest how he raps. You know what I'm saying? The setting and like being closed in and seeing how intense he was, you'll get so much out of that. Like, oh no, he's fired. Like I think even the casual will be able to see that. So that's easily top 2. And I got it at 2.
It's crazy because that's actually I was so close to putting it in my 5. That is like that's literally like the 6th man of my list. It was very close to making it. I think it's because when I look at the other rounds, I think these were slightly longer, so he gives off a little bit more material. This was like, which in a small room setting, like Calicoe already rapped straight through, so like his round's gonna be even that much more shorter. But I love that round too, man. The moments you spoke about, that's part of why the battle was so great. The tension, right? The Michigan versus Michigan warfare. And then it will not back you down, Calicoe not back you down. And it was a style clash. You're both from Michigan, but it was more of like the unorthodox bar heavy person. Then Calicoe was like a street talk type dude or whatever. But it made for a great battle.
It did, man.
Really great battle. My runner-up, another SM round, and another thing that I felt like he set the tone. And another battle he set the tone in. I got his first versus Rock at number 2. His first versus Rock. It feels like Summer Madness again.
Dragging him in? I ain't saying don't disrespect my niggas. Go ahead and handle your career. But these niggas the wrong niggas and they may handle it from here. My advice, take everything and handle it with care. Jumanji, one wrong roll and them animals appear. Pick one. Pick one. Test them, Rock. Any of them brawl. You a fool if you think Rock wilder than any of my dogs. I see you.
Like that is a slogan that everybody uses. You know what I'm saying? And I thought that he set the tone in this battle too. The same way that he was talking about how like he kind of felt the pressure and he kind of pressed Ill Will. I feel like he tried to pressure or press Rock early on to apply because like, he knows that Rock really heats up in the second round. So he knew for sure he had to take that first, which Absolutely. a lot of people were excited to see Cal back on URL, on Summer Madness and all that. So he kind of already had that leverage, but he for sure wanted to deliver in that first round. The dog scheme, like, I'm not gonna do the whole scheme, but that wasn't light. I go heavy with the bars. I was all over that dog. Craig Daddy in the yard. Then the whole sequence they had up into bat on Bruce Wayne, see him flying through the cave. Like I can't emulate the rapping sequence because it was just so great. But that sequence, and he was just on a very, very high level. Like you could argue that Rock was punching a little bit more, but there's certain things about Calicoe style that is just very intangible. Like you can't emulate it, you can't put a finger on why it's so effective, but it's just effective, you know?
Yeah, you gotta score it. Like it counts. Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Shout out to Tay-Rock, man, 'cause that's one of my favorite battles from like
that's
SM.
an all-time SM battle, and that's one of my favorite battles from both of them, for real. But we're about to take a small intermission. We're gonna show our honorable mentions, then we'll be back to announce each of our number ones. So watch this clip really quick, and we'll be right back.
Send her on her way. He bring her tulips and flowers. She give me her whole paycheck. He can't get $2 about her. I hit her twice. I can give 2 fucks about her. So I gotta keep it 103. Cause I know if the same shit would have happened to me in Jersey, he probably wouldn't have done it for me. It would have been a bunch of Jersey niggas out gunning for me, but I would have been busting back screaming, bitch, I come from the D. You never was ahead of me, I just lapped you. Bitch, I been parking, skid marking, doing donuts, drinking out milk cartons before you even finished your lap. Fuck with me, man. I'm a fucking wizard, nigga. Yo, block playing Jesus walk. Walk up on his mama porch like, bitch, we need to talk. If you don't scream, I promise to not get the kids involved. The goal is for them to grow up and never forget what we did to y'all, hey. I'm about to beat this pussy unanimous. My stamina ain't some shit that you want to stand against. You rambling. My bar's consistent with what I'm standing in. Nigga, I was 12 when I found out sandwich bags was for sandwiches, and I got good.
All right, and we are back. Ledge,
Yes.
what do you have at number one?
Number one, already alluded to it, man. I got Calicoe and Rock, man. First round versus Rock.
Mook could have did this shit, but he was for the wrong purpose. Cave dots. Since you joined them, you in the same spot. Look how they slave Rock. He repping like they paid Rock. He should have saved Rock. Now I got him crying at his grave. Back, I'm Bruce Wayne. They flying through the cave. From the crowd to where I'm saying, Cal looked like he had a bunch of niggas from Baghdad with him. So you just talk them gun bars and rap about how your shotty spit. I talk that. Big Cat, Big Meech, and Maserati Rick that.
Because you listen, I know he battled after Lux, right? It's not like he just fully retired.
Yeah,
but
it was a downslope after that. It was like a little like dormant period. Like it didn't feel the same.
The flame was flickering a little bit on him. And I felt like he needed that particular matchup on that particular card. Like, I don't even think it would have mattered if it was a gnome. It had to be like Summer Madness. He had to get that off of him, that stigma of the Lux battle, and he did it against who was at that time like either close to being the face or was well within reach of becoming the face. Like that building and Rock are synonymous. So it's just like, how can I come back and leave an impression? And like you said, the first round was the ultimate statement to say I'm back, to create a slogan out of it, to have one of the better, probably the best flip when it comes to like cave gang bars that I've heard. Like, it was so original, it was performative, which was dope. The bat and you know, they're flying through like that whole sequence. So it's just hard to top when you gotta factor in, like I say, I factor in more than just the material, the quality of opponent at the time. At, you know, like Rock still was great, but he was really on demon time around that era. So you gotta factor that in. You gotta factor the stage. You gotta factor that people counted. Like, I remember I was around when people was doing predictions. Not many had Cal winning that battle going into that.
A lot of people were like, Rock is on the streak right now. He just got off a battle in Surf. And as time progressed, I know people back then had Surf beating him. I think the battle was a lot closer when you watch it. But a lot of people were saying like, okay, Rock, you know, had the battle with Briz, and he called out Calicoe then, so he's ready for Calicoe, but is Calicoe ready for Rock? I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was like, I don't know, man, this might be a tough like comeback, like, because I remember somebody was like, yo, Calicoe should battle this person that was like much on a more lower tier than Rock was at the time. So for him to come out make a statement, win the crowd over, give you a couple of haymakers, and really put pressure on Rock to have one of those big time second rounds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he did too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why that battle rings heavy to me. Like I said, one of my favorite SM battles, because, you know, they both, you know, fed off of each other really. Like, you know, Calicoe fed off of what Rock was doing leading up to that to come with a strong first round, and Rock got in his bag and gave him a classic second. And the third, you know, it's like debatable to a lot of people, but that first round set the tone. It let everybody know, okay, we got to fight. It's not about to be a wash. And Cal didn't let a controversial battle phase him.
Yeah.
And he was so comfortable out the gate, which was shocking. Like, it was like he never had that battle with Lux. It was amazing. So yeah, I got that at number one, man. It was just so memorable and it's etched in my mind forever, bro. And yeah, that was dope. But it was close though, because that.
I'm about to say I was gonna ask you just for the sake of, you know, because I just want to know who'd you have winning the third, because that's pretty much what it boils down to.
I had Cal edging.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go back and forth a little bit.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, they really didn't say anything that landed that was too heavy. It's just that Cal is going to, for the most part, in his battles, going to always be the superior rapper. So when you're rapping it a little bit better with that type of like tempo and change of pace and that clarity, it's going to just sound better at that point. So it's just like, who sound better right now? Who am I believing right now? And just, you know, I edged Kyle in that battle, but it's a really good battle.
And it's funny that you mentioned how, like, you know, Cal's pressure forced Rock to give a classic second. In one of my previous videos when I did top 5 second rounds from Tay Rock, specifically second rounds, I put his second versus Calicoe in there. Yeah. And it's funny how that works, how we have this round in here and we have that round in the other video.
What did you have that on for Tay Rock? Where did you have that ranked?
Man, I know for sure I had it like in my probably my top 3. Probably in my top 3. I know it was between that one and his second versus Chess. I knew that those two were battling for sure. But I'm pretty sure I had his Calicoe second round at number 3 for sure.
Now I'm curious. I'm sorry. What do you have at number 1?
I had his second versus. I mean, you can watch my video, but I'll tell you anyway. But
I'm gonna watch it anyway.
I had a second versus. Hollow at number 1 for Tay Rock.
Oh, the seatbelt. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, but you had that over that second one. Was that the second versus Ill Will?
Yeah, I had that as runner-up. See, now I'm telling you the whole list. But
I'm going to watch it anyway.
But I had a guest on there that had like a slightly different list too. So yeah, you know,
I'm going to watch it because I like to hear explanations anyway. So
yeah,
I wanna, you know, get the perspective. But okay, that's dope. Yeah. Shout out.
At number 1, you also mentioned this battle early on. I said I had it higher. I have Calicoe's first versus Shine.
There ain't gonna be no need for a doctor in the IV, because who the fuck can identify him once I start beating worse than the IP, snatching out this guy's teeth, and I'm still in this IV. Nigga wanna try me? I let the Glock fly 3 and let these bullets park in sun and leave him shaking when I leave.
And like you mentioned before, like you feel like there may be rounds that are probably rapped better, probably have more like of the, but I feel like just the intangibles and what it did for his career. I want to record, and I have a video coming out later on in the year, like probably the last week of December, where I'll be doing like who would have won Champion of the Year if they had it this year. And in my opinion, Calicoe would have won it in 2011. That run he had with Shine, Math, Arsenal, and it starts with Shine. And I think that his performance against Shine, specifically the first round, did a lot to catapult him. Every dude I came with strapped like they ready to rock climb. This is going to make NY First Eyewitness and Fox 5. And then like he throws a shot at Mook. Like the only reason Mook got signed was for those 12 staples. And when he said that, if you just look at like everybody behind Calicoe and then look at the crowd, they were like, ooh, like it was just the tension, like just that's the feel I missed, like just the real organic battle rap tension. And obviously the We Ride With It on our lap, that's infamous line. And then the Let the Glock Fly 3 and let bullets park in sun and leave him shaking when I leave. Like he walked Shine down in that first round. And like you said, like it just what it meant, right? NY versus Midwest, right? You had a couple of NY Midwest matchups on the card. You had Young Ill and DNA, so you had a couple other ones too. But this was the height of it, and I feel like that was a huge win for the Midwest at that time.
Was it X Factor and Surf?
X Factor and Surf, right? You know what I'm saying? So like the theme was still there, and I felt like you could argue you had Round of the Night on an action-packed card. You're talking about some heavyweights on that, like that was the first ever known. So like a lot of heavyweights on that card. You're talking about Goods, Hollow, Young Ill. Like you're talking about a bunch of heavyweights, Surf's Return, X Factor. So like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So that was a
like
huge
Hitman
card.
Holla and Math Hoffa like flipped the coin for the main event or something.
Yeah, yeah, Conceited flipped the coin too. I think was on
Major.
there too. So that was a huge card, and for him to have one of the best rounds on the first Gnome ever, you know what I'm saying, one of the first one of the first like major events in the modern era of battle rap for the URL platform. Yeah, I just think that round just meant a lot for his career, but meant a lot for battle rap in general. So that's what I have at number 1.
Man, damn, you made me want to I wouldn't rearrange it like to put that first, but I probably would bump it maybe a little higher. But I don't know. No, I'm gonna stick with mine because that will. It's just something about that round versus Ill Will. I don't think I could put it second or something. But no, I can't be mad. Listen, your 5 is dope, man. Like I said, the chess one is the only one that caught me a bit off guard.
Yeah. I know I had to make a case for it, but you know, I just thought like from a quality standpoint, I was like, I have to put that one in there. And like I said, I was very close to putting the Second versus Will. The Second versus Will was really good.
Yeah, no, this came out good, man. I'm glad we got this finally together, man. This was dope.
Yeah. Do you want to plug your podcast? Even though I'm, you know, they know you before they know me, but I always like to, give that platform real quick.
Listen, man, because you getting new. Listen, you on Champion of the Years and stuff like that. they might be like, who are you bringing this? They might think I'm a new guy. I'm a bum. But look, top tier podcast on YouTube. And I think it's important to kind of keep your same handle on everything. So at Pod Tier on all socials. The Instagram, the Twitter and all that, or Twitter X, or however you're calling it now. So yeah, just follow me there. We do shows weekly. My man Lang be pulling up to the Pull Up, which is an interactive show where I bring the guests on. The link will be pinned in the chat. You can get your bars off. You don't always have to be cammed up, but it's kind of better for the visuals if you are. But yeah, and we do that Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So yeah. That's what I'm on, man.
Shout out to you. Also, shout out to Nico. That man has done a lot for West Coast battle rap. That's why I went on record signing that petition to get you guys back on Caffeine.
Appreciate it.
Even though we don't know the Caffeine's future's up in the air, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But we do feel like you guys were one of the perennial shows on that Caffeine movement that we had for like a 2-year stretch, you know what I'm saying? So I most definitely signed that petition just because, one, Nico individually does a lot of work, but you guys together are just an amazing duo. I'm always enjoying. That's the thing, I never get a chance to catch you guys live, but when I watch you guys back, I'm always entertained. Like when I'm working out or when I'm like driving to work, I always like the fix that you guys used to do, you know what I'm saying? So I just want to say shout out to y'all, man, and like you guys really inspire this channel. As much as I tell you every day, like I'm like, you guys inspire this channel, you know what I'm saying? Like I always look at my other cohorts and try to take a piece of what they do and implement into what I do. That way I can become better, you know what I'm saying? So thank you guys for that.
Each one teach one, man. Like I'm learning, like when my grandma always tell me, you're never too old to learn from somebody who's on the come up, because I'm learning from y'all as well, man. Learning how to craft myself, so I appreciate that. Oh, also, hopefully you in town this Sunday. We got Bar Wars. I am a vice president at Bar Wars, the #1 league in Michigan. We got C Breeder Lyricist versus Chirac.
On the Humble Pie card, right?
Yeah, Humble Pie 3, man. It's our fall classic, always in November. And yes, it's gonna be a big one. And it's a 3-round battle. I know a lot of grassroots leagues are like you'll get 12 battles, all 1-rounders. We are really kind of trying to treat ourselves like an actual league and give you guys quality 3-round battles. We just had Chef Trez out here do 3 rounds
against Shotty P.
And every time A Waters came over here, he did 3 rounds. So Chirac, 3-round battle. 5 out of the 6 battles are 3 rounds. The opener is the 1-rounder, but the other 5 are all 3-round battles. Sunday, November 5th. Doors open at 2 p.m. and it's only $20. And I guess I can say this here: if you aren't in attendance, go to our Bar Wars channel, because we will be live streaming it on YouTube if you cannot make it. So Bar Wars rap battles on YouTube.
I appreciate that. This has been the Speaking Our Language show. We guys hope you enjoyed it. See you guys soon.